Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
I am very well.
I'm very well, thank you. I know that it's a hectic Monday, so thank you so much for this time. I just want to ask you a few questions. Right. So, what is it that you do here? What is your profession?
I'm a mechanic, in
Okay.
short, but
Okay.
in our terms we call it an aircraft or licensed aircraft maintenance engineer.
Right.
So I basically fix helicopters here.
Oh, that's beautiful. So, why did you choose this profession? Why did you choose to be a mechanic?
Well, it was kind of played to me. So originally, and I know a lot of pilots would like to hear that, but in the beginning I wanted to be a pilot.
You wanted to be a pilot.
Then I followed the route in the Air Force to become a pilot, but I didn't make it because of my eyes. I fell out in the medical. And then I was given the option of another trade in the Air Force, and I became a mechanic.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I love aircraft from the beginning, and I started loving helicopters later on, and best choice of my life.
That's beautiful. So, how long have you been fixing? How long have you been fixing these helicopters? How long have you been in this industry?
I qualified as an aircraft maintenance, a mechanic, actually a fitter in the Air Force in 2001.
2001.
2001, and then in the Air Force you don't get licensed, you just get competencies. And when I left the Air Force and I went into the civilian world, that's where you have to physically be licensed to sign out, do maintenance on any aircraft. You have to be type rated. So that was in 2007.
2007.
Yeah, I got my first license to be able to work on
In
aircraft.
2007.
2007. That's when I left the Air Force.
Okay. So, what is it that one should do to study what you have studied?
So there's two ways.
Two ways.
Yes, there's the route that I took, which led me through the Air Force.
Okay.
It's a very lengthy route because you are not on par with regulations. Not that the Air Force is unsafe, it's not at all, but they follow different ways with their mechanics and stuff.
So you have a lot of options there.
Yes, but if you go the civilian way, you have to physically join what they call an AP school, apprentice school, where they will teach you the basics, you will do theory, you will do practical, and then from there on you will go to a maintenance facility, whoever will employ you as an apprentice, because apprentices, unfortunately in our industry, it's cheap labor. And it's very difficult for apprentices to find a job. And even more difficult for once you've qualified and you're a technician to find a job then. So it basically takes anything between 2 and 3 years
To study the whole thing.
but then you become a technician.
Okay.
So technician is a non-licensed aircraft mechanic. So you a little bit worth more than apprentice,
Okay.
but you're also not worth much. Because companies, they try, I don't know why, but they try and save money by not employing a lot of people. So they will employ the people with the right licenses for their aircraft.
So you, after those, okay,
Yes.
it's basically 3 years. You still need to study more.
You still need to not study, this is where you actually work as a qualified
Or you do
mechanic.
the practical.
And you have to work for your first license on a type, you have to work 1 year. So if you join a company that's got multiple types on their AMO or on the AOC, which is Aircraft Operations Center, you're most likely to take longer than that. But most of the companies try and push you into a direction. Then after a year, you have to write all your Civil Aviation Authority exams, which is regulations, technical standards, generals. Most of the times you write the general parts already in the training, and then you have to do a type course, which also costs a lot of money. Once you've done the type course, you've got a year experience, then you will get your first license. So let's say 4 years.
4 years. Yeah, that's more like getting a degree. It's a long way, but it's worth it. Okay, right. So, what advice can you give to the person or people watching this video?
There's a lot of stuff I can say right now, but if you're really into aviation, try and become a pilot, less work. But if you're into work, definitely there dedication, responsibility and safety. Aviation is all about safety at the end of the day, because you sign that aircraft out and people go flying. And the big difference between an aircraft and a car is a car you can park next to the road if you have a breakdown. An aircraft, yeah, there's no parking up in the air, so
Comes down.
yeah, so it's a whole mental change. So if you are irresponsible, a crazy person, don't become an aircraft mechanic.
You must be ready for that.
Yes.
Thank
And
you so
stay
much.
humble.
Stay humble.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.